Other interesting political news, you have the UK government arresting a citizen for having the audacity to be, quote, unquote, offensive and post things on the Facebook, which reason number 9,958,735,003 to not live in the UK. There are quite many reasons. There's only like one or two good reasons to be there. It'd be cool to visit to see the Aston Martin factory, sure. What else is the UK known for? James Bond. Oh, no, that's no. What else? Well, what's a reason to go to the UK? Aston Martin. It used to be Jaguar. No one wants to see that factory anymore. Or brand, really. Yep, that's about it. I'm only partially kidding. But yeah, you have no right to no right to self-defense. You really don't have, they have the First Amendment. They obviously don't have the First Amendment. They don't have the Second Amendment. Mostly tyrants and terrible food. Although, perhaps a great place to open a dental business. You might make bank there. Or shillings or galleons, which I'm pretty sure that's their local currency over there. Now, this comes with thanks to Libs of TikTok, in which she says, quote, arrested for making offensive comments on Facebook. The UK is done. Now, it's also interesting in terms of the UK. Yeah, they arrest people left and right for this, while at the same time letting out, there's no nice way of saying this, abusers out of jail. You're seeing this across Europe as well. It's viscerally disgusting. In Germany, which at least Germany makes good cars, though they're acquiescing to making EVs because the tyrannical globalist and the EU want them to. But they still make the nice Porsche 911, which comes with a stick shift, which is pretty rare, so I appreciate that. But in all seriousness, besides that fact, Germany is letting abusers out of jail and giving harsher punishments to people who post social media things than people. Specifically, there's an instance where a woman was taken advantage of, and then she later posted something about it on social media, and she got in trouble more than the abuser. It is so viscerally disgusting, morally vacuous. And reason number 9,958,735,023 to not visit Europe in general. Now, again, up to this video here, though interestingly enough, trying to see if she's actually armed. So you have a female police officer. Looks like she does have a body cam on, a little walkie-talkie. Trying to see if she actually has an actual pistol on her. Or if she just has a billy club, which I don't even know if they still use that anymore. I am a little disappointed she doesn't have a pointy hat on, but nevertheless, we'll see what she has to say. But it looks like she's coming to this person's house too.
The time's 20 to 3, 14:40. I'm arresting you on suspicion of improper use of the Electronic Communications Network. Under Section 127 of the Communications Act, okay? So you do not have to say that it may harm your defence if you don't mention one question, something which you later are in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand that?
So I'm actually being arrested?
You're going to be arrested, okay?
Right.
So you got to the police station.
Now, she's also a pretty petite gal. Also she was leading up to the police department. Wouldn't you be worried in this situation if a civilian were to get violent? I know they're pretty much neutered over there in terms of civilians there, unfortunately. But this doesn't seem like a safe situation to put this female police officer in as well. Again, if this person has a modicum of muscle mass, they might tumble her over. But that's besides the point.
Right.
Okay, this is in relation.
Oh, she's also... How dumb is she? She's blonde, which... Again, there's that old adage that blondes are dumb. They're not. AOC broke that myth or broke that stereotype. I give AOC credit for that. But in terms of being foolish, she's standing in front of this individual with her hands in her pockets, which, anyone with a modicum of intelligence would tell you that's not smart when you should be ready to fight. Presumably, she's about to arrest this individual. She should be using handcuffs or something to restrain them, maybe. And yet she has her hands in her pockets. So if they were to, and this appears this person is sitting down, or maybe they're just, height, what do you call it? What's the next way of saying this? They're height disadvantageous, which, some of us are. But yeah, why would you have your hands in your pockets if you're a police officer? That's most untactical. You just push them over and you fall flat on your face or your back. You're not ready. You're not prepared.
To some comments that you've made on a Facebook page. Okay.
Oh, really? Oh, it's a Facebook crime, is it?
Okay.
Right.
So we need to ask you some questions about that.
Right.
Have you got anything in your pockets,
Again, this is what would happen in the United States if Kamala won. Never forget, Tim Walz publicly said, oh yeah, the First Amendment doesn't apply to disinformation or hate speech, which of course they define. And of course, hate speech is just speech that they hate. Yeah, thank God Trump won.
I've got my keys. No, that's about it, I think. Keys.
So, anyone who's been arrested, we can search them under Section 32 of the Police and Criminal Act.
Right.
That's for dangerous items.
Oh, I guess it's a male officer. Bail made, yeah, definitely a beta male, I believe is what they call. But yeah, they got a guy next to her as well, and they're putting on gloves.
You said I was going to be arrested under some what information? I'm going to be arrested for posting on Facebook.
Some comments that are offensive, obscene, and people have made a complaint about that, and it's
And can you tell me what this comment was?
Okay, well we'll do that when we interview.
All right. And so, what am I going to be locked up for the night, or?
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
The UK has fallen. Yeah, and why do we do business with the UK? Again, I think we should do businesses with companies that share our values and morals. I mean, Trump should say day one, no more business in the UK. You can keep your Aston Martins. They're unreliable. We appreciate the stick shift. But before you respect your civilians' rights, we're not working with you. We're going to tariff the shit out of you. 5 million%. You can still trade, yes. But 5 million% on all your shitty food and James Bond films. Which, I'm kidding, James Bond films are made in Hollywood. But still, we're going to make no more illegals from the UK. Specifically, no more Daniel Craig. He's insufferable now. Kidding, I know he has been James Bond for a while, but yeah, that is so disgusting. And yep, UK has fallen. Arresting a gentleman, or I think in this case they would call him a bloke, for a Facebook post. And again, I know in terms of the US, there's limitations. You can't give an articulate threat on the Facebook. So if you say you're going to hurt this person at this time, yeah, you can't do that. That is violence. I understand that. But if you're just being bombastic or in poor taste, that's still protected under the First Amendment. So again, thank God we have the Bill of Rights and Constitution of the United States. People don't realize how rare that is. It's the only reason we haven't been completely disarmed as well as censored. And even with the bill, even with that, you have leftists that have unfortunately disarmed us from owning certain weapons, which is disgusting. And yeah, it also shows how weak the people of the UK are. This would not happen in Texas. It might happen in California. They would applaud this actually because they love censorship and they love having all control. But this is so, and it sounds like a guy sitting down as maybe an older gentleman. It's just, yeah, this is so disgusting. It's beyond belief. And it went pretty well. I got 5.2 million views and 53,000 likes. One of the first comments comes from Gunther Eagleman, says, America would have suffered the same fate under Democrat president. Trump took that away from them, getting 8.8 thousand likes. Paul Zupa says, arrested for making a Facebook post, the UK has no chance if free speech is squashed like this, getting 600 likes, which, again, most countries on the planet don't have free speech guaranteed to their civilians. Again, it's such a rare, beautiful thing we have in the United States. Never take it for granted, ever. You have a comic strip from Libercat Media TM says, the UK hasn't fallen, it fell. And there's a giant bodybuilder guy sitting next to a nerdy guy in a jail cell. The big guy goes, what are you in jail for? The little guy says, I made a meme. The big guy rushes away. Got 538 likes. Going down more and more. Exemplier has pictured the United States flag as well as the communist flag of the UK. They call it the Jack. And it says the different words translated. In the United States, we have trucks. They have a lorry. We have fries. They have chips. We have diaper. They have nappy. We have elevator. They have lift. We have free speech. They have jail time. Yep. We also have the self-defense, thank God. Got 125 likes. Scrolling down more and more. Robert Preston says, the Brits gave up their guns, and now the government puts them in jail for posting Facebook memes. Getting 2.5 thousand likes, which, yet another reason to never give up your guns, ever. Jacob, interestingly enough, spelled J-A-C-U-B, has 3 doors and a police officer standing in front of them. The 3 doors are labeled 1, stab several people. 2, try to keep this segment moderately family friendly. 2, abuse young girls in the adult way. And 3, criticize immigrants on Facebook. And the police officer punches down that 3rd door. I got 3.5 thousand likes. Scott Parker says, it's a Jim from The Office meme where he points to the whiteboard. Says, if you allow the government to break the law during emergencies, they will create emergencies to break the law. Getting 94 likes and fact check true. One more. Emergent Perspective says, quote, I believe this is the correct response. There's an old painting of George Washington facing those lobsters, which, old pejorative term for the Brits, and because they had red jackets, also called redcoats pejoratively. And the UK says, think before, again, this is from their UK X Twitter account, where they also said, think before you post. And you have Washington saying F off. They have 1.7 thousand likes, which, yeah, that is probably the most, I do believe that is the most appropriate response to that situation. But yeah, let me know, do you think any other country will actually bolster the civilians to have the free speech? Do you think anyone will actually rebel in the UK? Will they have peaceful protests or vote people into office or do anything to make sure they actually get their rights back? I'm a little skeptical, but let me know your thoughts are, because as always, be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.